As most of you know, the Hunt event on Roblox is about to end, so I thought I'd share my opinions on it. This was the first event on the platform in 4 years, so this was a very important step for the future of Roblox. It was teased to be an egg hunt at first, but it was really a dev hunt, which did disappoint many. Some games featured in this dev hunt did find a way to incorporate the traditional type of egg hunt into their game, which was appreciated. There were 100 games in the Hunt event, which is a lot more than the 2020 dev hunt, but you only have to earn 95 out of the 100 badges to complete the event. It took me a week to complete the event, so I'm gonna analyze the whole event. First off, like I said a minute ago, I only played 95 out of the 100 games, so what ones did I not play? The answer to that is Football Fusion 2, Shindo Life, Doors, Fruit Battlegrounds, and Steep Steps. You may be asking, Alyssa, why is Doors on there? It's not because I hate horror games, I actually really enjoy them, but I've never found Doors to be interesting. It is a very well thought out badge, but it was also one of the most challenging ones. I played 2 rounds of it trying to get the badge, but I didn't want to spend any more effort on it because I have no past experience with the game. I'm happy that I gave it a chance though, but it's just not the game for me. I used to hate Piggy right when it released, but then I played the Chapter 3 update and it changed everything for me. Now Piggy is my favorite game on Roblox. Maybe one day Doors will release an update that gets me addicted to the game. But they also don't really update, which is a problem. Anyway, I think the 5 games I chose not to play are a little controversial. I also didn't play a football game or Shindo Life, which are pretty easy games, but they're not entertaining to me. Everyone was shitting on Fruit Battlegrounds, so that's why I skipped that one. That leaves me with Steep Steps. This is the most frustrating game in the event for many players, so that's why I avoided it, but I'm planning on still playing it. I just wanted to skip it while trying to finish the event because it would probably take me 2 hours to do. Alright, on to the next segment. What were my favorite games in the event? Well, as I just said, Piggy is my favorite game on Roblox, so surprise surprise, it was my favorite. I thought it would be difficult, but it was surprisingly easy and it only took me around 3 tries to do it. And I didn't even need to look up a tutorial. I thought the puzzles were very thought out and fun to do. Once you understood how to do them, you could get through it super easily, but not too easy, you know. You'll still feel accomplished once you complete it, unlike other easy badges such as Legends of Speed. Minitoon definitely succeeded with this event. Another game that I loved was Arsenal, which is another popular one. I play Arsenal almost every day, so it's already one of my favorite games. It is my favorite game at the moment, but Piggy is my favorite game of all time, if that makes sense. Anyway, the devs did insanely well with the prompt they were given and it was so fun to play. I don't really know what else to say, like the game speaks for itself. It is challenging if you are not good at FPS games, but there are checkpoints along the way. You can also just not shoot anyone if you move fast enough. A game that stood out to me was The Mimic. Not many people are too passionate about it though, but I loved it. It was a bit grindy, but it was the only game where you had to buy the badge with the in-game currency, which was different and cool. I loved that it incorporated eggs and it wasn't just some random task. It had horror elements, so it was more entertaining than just finding a ton of eggs around the map. I also just love the game The Mimic. Obviously it's not the most intricate badge, but it was memorable for me. I also loved how old school catalog avatar creator was. It was very simple, but it still took effort to complete. It reminds you of the old days on Roblox, which was fun to experience again. I guess you can always play old Roblox games, but this is a new game that simulates old Roblox, so it gives a different feeling than just joining a specific game you used to play, you know. My 5th favorite game was probably Adopt Me. It was really easy, which I didn't like, but it is one of my favorite games on the platform. It used to be, but I've been playing it a lot less lately. Either way, you could gain the badge by time traveling to past events in Adopt Me. It was nice to see the past events the game has had because I've participated in them all before. So yeah, those are my top 5 games that I liked the most in the event. Wait, I forgot about a few more. These ones are good but not super good. I really enjoyed the tower defense games, surprisingly, even though I don't play them often, but they weren't really themed towards the Hunt event. I also liked the zombie undead defense. It was my type of game because it was basically an FPS game. I loved how the zombies had eggs on their head. So again, I love the games who slightly incorporate eggs into them so it feels a little more like an egg hunt. Sadly, I only got one UGC egg from this event because I had school on the day of the release and I was busy that entire weekend. I got the red cracked egg thing, but I forgot the game it was from. And that game where killing a player made them drop a burger or a pizza. That was a fun game because once again I love first-person shooters. I loved Paintball, Blade Ball, World Zero, SCP Roleplay, 3008, and Life Together, despite me never playing those games in my life. OMG, I forgot to acknowledge the RBB badge. That was great because I love rhythm games and I love RB battles. Funky Friday was so fun too, but there wasn't anything special or unique about it. You just had to play a few special songs. Overall, this was actually a great event. This is an unpopular opinion about dev hunts, but I do like them. Not as much as the OG egg hunts, but they're still fun. You get to play tons of games that you wouldn't play otherwise. Yeah, most of the games freaking suck, but there are a few that are really great smaller games that you might really enjoy. But a large majority you'll never play again because they didn't put effort into the event. But if you're a developer and you have a great game with a great event and your game is promoted in a dev hunt, that's a big thing for someone. Like War Machines. War Machines was a great game, but I would have never played it if it wasn't for this event. I love Marvel and I can see the appeal towards people who play that game on the daily, so I will definitely be coming back to it. We discussed the good things about the event, so now let's move on to the games I hated. I did not like the daycare game. I don't know why really, because it was quite simple, it just feels weird. Like, who would go out of their way to play that? It could be worse, but it's not the game for me. I hated all of the sports games because I'm not a big sports person. Everyone who plays those games for fun are usually 6-year-olds who don't know how sports work because they can't get drafted into an IRL team. One of them you just had to AFK for 50 minutes, which was terrible. I hated Astro Renaissance. The event wasn't that bad, but it was lacking detail. It was really simple but also time-consuming, and not very memorable. It doesn't make you feel anything once you complete it, and I just didn't like it. Also, what the hell do you do in that game other than the event? Like, I just don't understand it. Was the event section the main map or just an addition? If it was the main map, there's not much gameplay to partake in. It's just not for me. I hated that one genre of simulator games as well. Not Pet Simulator or Military Simulator, I just hated the ones that were a direct copy of Arm Wrestling Simulator. Like Sword Simulator and Lumberjack Simulator. God, those are literally a direct copy of Arm Wrestling Simulator. So yeah, there were definitely some terrible games in the event, but for the most part this great. The items you got from completing the event weren't the best though, like I'm sure the community would rather get eggs. Maybe not an egg for every event, but at least 10. There were too few items gifted to players for getting 95 badges, so I think they should increase it a bit more for the next event. But overall, this was good. Before saying the event is shit, this is the first event Roblox has done in 4 years, so considering that, this was great. Roblox is actually accepting feedback from fans as well, which is really nice and considerate. They're showing that they're gonna improve the platform finally and give their consumers what they want. For example, they originally had the final egg item only available to those with 100 badges, but they decreased it to 95 after fans complained. So in conclusion, this event was decent. There would be things I would hope get changed, but it's not too bad. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.